Arthur versus Gul'dan.
It looks like we have a match
Your
starting.
soul shall be mine.
Waiting for
I will fight
Hayo
with
to
honor.
allow the spectate. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we have a match of Paladin versus Warlock. Banjo is the Paladin, Hayo the Warlock. So this looks like a mid-range Paladin from Banjo and Reno Lock from Hayo. Quite interesting matchup. Let's see. Hi, hello, Happy Hansel, and all the people joining the stream right now. It looks like we're gonna have some exciting games. Okay, Pancho there picking some cards. And yeah, both players have very nice curve. Both zombie chows going out in the first turn. Let's see, this probably going to be quite a control matchup. The peddler just coming out from the field as well, securing a one drop. And now we have the minibot and the juggler from Banjo. Let's see what he's gonna choose to play. I think these first turns are very important for these players, and it could have a lot of impact on the later turns. Let's see what happens. So Hayo going face, taking a moment to think there, and Banjo with lots of opportunities with shield the minibot, Nab Juggler. Safe play. Shield the minibot, very strong early game card. But that zombie is gonna get buffed. Still, the minibot will be able to deal with that zombie chow fairly easily. Game sound is a bit high. Okay, guys. Is it really high for everyone? I can lower it down a little bit. Oh, I also. Just realized I had the music on the background. Okay, so Banjo needs to make a decision there. I think that he needs to trade, and maybe we'll see a Master for Battle.
I must move quickly.
That's happening.
For duty.
So now it's on Hayo's side. Several options, but nothing really special to do with this one. Once he goes for the safe kill on the keyboard. And now yeah, there are Silverhand recruits versus yeah, the imps. Okay. Yeah, I think both players need to keep controlling the board in order to try to take advantage with value trades and yeah, just rely on the value of their late game cards as well. I think the Warlock is a bit favored as much as much goes through into a yeah late game. But we'll see. Mid-range Paladin has lots of really good late game cards like Tyrion and
I must move
yeah,
quickly.
I don't know exactly which what is the deck list, but Bancho is a player that normally surprises us with their choices of which cards to pick. So maybe we have some surprise on some of the cards. From Hayo, it looks like he's running this Fyogen combo. So it's gonna be quite interesting to see an 11-11 on board. And, so yeah, Stella coming down, but there are some little walls that are set up by Banjo. Now he could play the keeper of Uldaman and deal with Stalag fairly easily. But yeah, not sure that's a very good option. I think he will just try to flood the board with more 1/1s
This apple on your head.
and try to take that imp, blood imp down. Let's see where the knives go.
Reporting for duty.
Oh,
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
that imp took it well. Yeah, now this is getting a bit tough from Hayo to control, but with no AOE. Now that Stalag is a bit forced to trade into one of these taunt minions. But yeah, maybe Hayo should tap to get some option. But even a Hellfire will kill his own Stalag, so that's not very good. We'll see what he chooses to do here. He has all the healing in hand. With the Earthen Farseer, we have the Vendor, Healbot, and Reno. So maybe he will choose to heal his Stalag.
Eyes are open.
And of course get rid of that Jaguar. That was pretty good from Hayo, trying to control the craziness. And
Follow the rule.
yeah, top deck from Banjo that
Reporting
Aldor
for
will
duty.
make the Stalag follow the rules. And yeah. Now he's probably thinking to trade into that Earth and Farseer. Does that. So yeah, Banjo is keeping control pretty well of the game, and as long as this keeps going, then Hayo will be in trouble. We have that Siphon Soul from Hayo, so yeah, that could be a pretty good answer to a very big minion like Tyrion,
I wonder.
who's nowhere to be seen yet, but Bancho should be playing it certainly. So yeah, Stalag trading here and Vendor coming out. It's pretty good body for 4 mana. It's a 3/5. It will heal Banjo up to full life, but at this point I think the board is much more important than the life total. Oh, another great top deck from Banjo. With that Dr. Boom. I think there's I don't know why would you play something else, but maybe Banjo has something else in mind.
I wonder.
Let's see. Dr. Boom here would be crazy. Maybe keep controlling, but yeah, Banjo opts for the Belcher. He's trying to play a bit safer for some reason. Maybe he already knows this is a Reno Warlock and is expecting
Move quickly.
Hayo to heal to full life soon. But again, Hayo picked up a Molten Giant, and right now that Molten Giant is very cheap. So Molten Giant and Defender of Argus is a pretty crazy combination. especially with that vendor, which will become a 4/6, and yeah, the giant at 8/8. So let's see what Hayo chooses to do. But there are lots of good things that he could do together with the defender of Argus. If he would be like trying to play it safe, maybe he would go for Reno now, perhaps stop first. But that leaves him with against a full board almost, and not sure that's a good way to go. But Molten Giant is free, so why not?
We're gonna be rich.
Very good. So a Molten Giant going down, and Reno also make the Warlock rich. Perhaps, maybe not. Okay, now Banjo needs to figure out a clever way to deal with this 8/8. He has a keeper of Uldaman, so he could be looking into some value trades, get rid of the vendor, use Cogmaster in a clever fashion to get that extra value. Let's see. Definitely, you don't want the Cogmaster to fall into one of the 1/1s, but let's see what he chooses to do.
None may steal our
Uldaman going down, yeah, bringing that giant separation. Pretty good for Banjo. He managed to deal with the big threats. Now he's going for face again. Oh, nice top deck from Hayo. Hellfire. This is the AoE you need, especially to deal with all these tiny little minions. And let's see if that's the play he chooses.
So many
Because
possibilities.
he's Reno will probably die. He could also play Antique Healbot, but he chose to protect that Reno with such Belcher. Pretty good also answer from Hayo as well. This is a pretty good match where both players are struggling to get control over the board, and it's going back and forth. Uh, every big minion Hayo
Let me think.
put out, Bancho was able to deal with it, and in the same way, flooding all the flooded board from Bancho was dealt by Hayo pretty well. Both players had great top decks at the right time, but Dr. Moon is now coming down for Bancho. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Hayo taking a moment there to think, but if he plays Twilight Drake, we'll probably see a Siphon Soul. Yeah, Siphon Soul on the Doctor Boom. So once again, big threat. It's gone, and Banjo is left with Palette Shredder, which is a very great card. And let's see where the boom bots go. I think he would like to trade first, see what happens. Okay, not so great for Banjo. Let's see what happens. He could Well, antique healbots, I don't see there's much purpose to it right now, but probably you want the cockhammer to fall into the pallet shredder. Let's see how this
Reporting
goes.
for duty.
Yeah, that cockhammer protecting the shredder. Now, Banjo is trying. He will be looking forward to get something, some of the late game cards here to maintain the board. And Hayo's hand looks a bit better in that sense. Also with the Swamp Ooze, he could deal with the weapon. My gun is of course amazing late game card. Goes for the trade first, and Blossom Raptor coming out of that shredder. Now what's gonna be the choice would be pretty interesting to see.
Almost out of time.
So he could play he could heal bot and then defend the Virus.
My shield for Argus.
It sets up a little wall, but Bancho will be able to trade into this, and with the antique bot in hand, he can
Reporting for duty.
still compose himself after the trades. He's probably going to trade into the antique heal bot, or maybe not. Maybe he will wait and see, but leaving that for 4 there. Yeah. We see the trade. Okay, pretty much top deck mode for Banjo, and Hayo will go for the Magans and the trade, most likely. With the Abusive Sergeant. Pretty good. Now Bancho has a problem without my gun is on board. Okay, we're gonna see Quartermaster coming down
Arms, men.
and the trade into it, which is what you would expect. There's no other choice. Now the Warlock has the upper hand here because of the hero power, of course. He's going to take advantage of that, and so we're probably gonna see some fearless tapping from Hayo. And yeah, he doesn't really have a good trade here, so probably thinking to go face. But what do you play? Bronze Beer would not last long on board if it comes down now, and it's a pretty strong card if you on the late game if you can combine it with something else.
Almost out of time.
So yeah, Hayo going for face and playing the Swampus. Maybe not. No, he didn't play the Swampus. That's a good choice, by the way. I wouldn't play the Swampus right now either. But Bancho
Reporting for duty.
will be trying to clear the board again every turn. Haya goes for the top now, and oh, very well. Emperor Thorison comes out, and
Shields up.
well, it's a big minion, especially against this board. probably is gonna trade against 2 of the minions. And oh wow, another top deck. Well, Bancho was already in top deck mode, but right now he picked up the Tyrion. Drops everything out.
Put your faith in the
So
light.
this is great. This is really great for Bancho right now. Let's see what higher top decks to get rid of that Tyrion. Okay, yeah, that Tyrion is pretty tough to deal with no silence. It's not a BGH target, so it's pretty hard to deal with it. And now Banjo has almost little on board. So let's see what is this top deck. This is and yeah, this is going to be lethal for Bancho. He's gonna take the first game.
To arms, men.
Very well played from both of them. I think there were a couple of turns on which Hayo started to lose a bit of ground, but the whole game seemed to be pretty defined by the top decks that Banjo had. He really got all the cards at the right time. So okay, we have that much done. Let's update the scoreboard. That match had more twists and turns at Game of Thrones. Yeah, uh, all men must die, but Tyrion was the one who survived there, and he was able to prevent Hayo from trying to come back on the board. Anyways, let's wait for the next match. We saw the Paladin against the Warlock, so now Paladin is out of the question for Bancho. We don't have the deck list, so I don't know what other decks he's playing. But yeah, maybe Hayo will play his Warlock again. Let's wait and see what happens. What are their choices? Pancho brought Control Warrior on the last tournament, so maybe we'll see some warrior action. Hello, Virus returns. How's it going? Good to see you on the stream. Watching our channel.
I will fight with honor. For Cosmodon!
Job's done.
Happy Feast of Wintervale!
Armor made to fit.
Let me think.
I was having the mic mute. Sorry, guys.
Death does not scare me.
So okay, I was saying that we have a pretty standard opening from the warrior and also from the paladin. And if Hayo finds a way to deal easily with this Death Lord, then we could see some crazy swings. Sorry guys,
Reporting for duty.
I make the mute because I'm thinking about you. You know, there's a lot of noise here sometimes. So
Reporting for
I'm not
duty.
sure if that's gonna be very pleasant for you. So maybe better not to hear any noise than hearing me sipping some coffee maybe.
I must move quickly.
So yeah, Knife Juggler into Master for Battle. That was something I also said there before. But that Death Lord is stopping everything at the moment. Banjo picking up that Death Bite right on time to deal with that Knife Juggler, so it's looking good for him as well. Picking some armor and controlling the board. I'm not going to sip louder. But yeah. Okay, lots of options here for the paladin. Shielded, he has two shielded mini bots. Already pick up the Tyrion. He could coin a lot depth. Not sure that's what you wanna see, but maybe higher we go for the shielded mini bot twins. All right,
Must move quickly.
To arms, men!
Quartermaster coming out. That allows Hayo to deal with that Death Lord. Let's see what comes out of it. And a Slash Belcher. That is pretty great. It's a pretty great minion to get out of Death Lord for Hayo. But now Bancho has that Death Bite that will be able to trade into that Slash Belcher and kill the Silverhand recruit. As well as make some damage to that Quartermaster. Bancho could clear the board if he wants, together with the cheese now. Uh, Let's see what his choice is. Definitely going to trade into that Slash Belcher. And okay, it's Doomsayer time. And Haya doesn't seem to have a way to deal with the Doomsayer at the moment. So this is probably going to be a dead turn for him. So yeah, just going face, passing the Doomsayer, clear everything. And yeah, doesn't seem to be a nice play for Banjo either. So maybe that's why he was roping, because there wasn't really an easy play. And now the initiative is back with the Paladin, with Hayo, and yeah, right on time.
Reporting for duty.
that Murloc Knight comes out and oh, yeah, probably the worst Murloc you want to see, but hey, tiny things, right? Banjo going toward the clearing that Murloc Knight, which is the right thing to do because can snowball really hard. You can't leave that Murloc Knight alive. But again, you don't want to play the ship against this board. There's no point. Shizam is yeah, not useful here, so now probably gonna see Loatev and Hero Power.
duty.
So Hayo gets to keep pressuring. And Bancho has that Gorehowl. He could deal with the Belcher and yeah, pass the turn and hope for the best on the next turn. Maybe he can make use of that ship and to clear all these 1/1s. Okay, the Tiny Fin is not the worst. Alright, but it's one of the worst.
Let me.
Okay, fine. Yeah, Tiny Fin fans. Okay, we like Tiny Fin, okay?
Reporting for duty. To arms, men!
Okay, Quartermaster going down, coming out, and pretty good value for Hayo here. Let's see what Bancho has to answer, because that ship is no longer very useful. And he could keep trading, but at the same time, we're probably gonna see Tyrion coming out soon, and yeah, that Gorehowl is not going to be able to deal with that. But still, 2 executes on Bancho's hand. He could still be clearing big minions on the following turns. Let's see what's his choice here. Maybe he goes for some healing. Playing Reno now feels a bit bad, but yeah, pretty tough turns for Bancho. He's gonna try to stay alive as long as he can. Okay, we see a ship coming out, and Hayo with the Tyrion, with 2 consecrations, a true silver champion, lots of options to deal with this board. Definitely want to deal with the ship before you put more minions out. Maybe we're gonna see the Tiny Fin going forward against the ship and some trades with the vendor and perhaps a Tyrion. But yeah, Hayo could clear the board here and keep pressuring the warrior, which is what you want to do. Against a fatigue warrior, you always want to pressure as much as possible, put big threats out, but play around the AoE cards like Brawl, all those board clears. Alright, now Banjo with a pretty tough turn. He may need to use a combination of Shield Slam and Execute together with the Gorehowl charge in order to deal with the Tyrion. But that will leave Hayo with the Ashbringer. So again, he could armor up, shields
So
them.
many
That's
choices.
4, and then play Reno and heal back to full life. And yeah, let's see what he chooses. It's pretty tough, but I think it needs to be done. Oh, I hope he has enough time to do it. Oh. Yeah, I think he got everything on time. Let's see. Executes. Right. Oh, the Reno didn't go out. Okay, so this is the win for Hayo. He robbed there on that game. Couldn't put Reno Jackson out. That cost him the game. That's pretty unlucky for him. But alright, so Hayo wins with the Paladin. So both players don't have Paladin. Now Banjo still remains, still has his Warrior of course, and Hayo his Warlock. Let's see what yeah, it's gonna be a Warlock versus Warrior because all the players have one ban. So we don't get to see what they ban, but
For
this is going to be the final match for this for these players. Okay, now we see the Hayo with a very good 1 and 2 drop. Well, the 1 drop with the Zombie Chow and the removal with the Dart Bomb. Maybe he will drop Antique Healbot out away, and Banjo having some good cards, but Taskmaster, I'm not sure if that's gonna be a 2 drop in this game, especially against the Zombie Chow. But the Deathlord will probably he will probably keep. Perhaps the shield slam as well to have some board clear, but not sure you want to keep spells on the in the beginning. But oh, he kept the Crutz's Master and the Deathlord, and picked up Doomsayer and Armor Smith. Okay, let's see how this develops. It's gonna be pretty interesting to see. Let's see if there are some crazy swings like the first game. That Zombie Chow coming out. Pretty lucky from Hayo to get the Zombie Chow. I mean, when I play these decks, these Highlander decks, I play 10 games and I never see one Zombie Chow on turn 1.
Armor made to fit.
It's he got it in both games, which is a pretty strong card. Bunch of hype. Yeah, guys. But Bancho's having a tough time right now. So let's see how this works out. Okay, Deathlord coming out.
Not scare me.
He will be able to pick up some armor. At the same time, well, Hayo just picked up the AoE. Oh, he already had the Demon Breath as well. So let's see. Probably we're gonna see a Drake coming out. He needs to deal with that Deathlord as soon as possible. But yeah. We probably see some trading to the Zombie Chow and maybe a Taskmaster executes into the Drake. I mean, it's a pretty big minion for the early game. So Bancho again with a very important choice right now. his decisions here will probably affect the rest of the game. Let's see. Oh, he's just armors up and passes. All right. He chose not to deal with that Death Lord, and they let the Drake attack into it. So here, yeah, Haya will be able to deal with that Death Lord. Let's see what comes out. Defender of Argus. Okay, that's pretty good for Banjo, because Defender of Argus is a pretty good, pretty good battle cry. Okay, we have um, Banjo thinking about that Doomsayer turn, and maybe heal for 7, because Hayo will be able to deal with that Doomsayer, so it's gonna just save him 7 damage. Well, a bit more actually.
The end is coming!
Oh, and he chose to execute the Twilight Drake, or oh, I thought he was going to play the coin on the execute, but he didn't. Alright. He was thinking about it at least. Okay. Haya to make a decision whether to clear this Doomsayer. I think he wants to clear it. Pretty good pick there with the Abusive Sergeant. Now he's able to deal with the Doomsayer while developing board at the same time. But yeah, Banjo is sitting now on that brawl. So if things get too crazy or out of control, then he will always have that brawl to deal with everything.
Grand tournament champion.
Let's see what happens. Now, Hayo has a very nice options moving forward. He will be able to deal with this with the Justicar pretty easily, and keep putting threats for that on that warrior. He needs to get all that armor scrapped. And so yeah, this is what we see, guys. Is this a board enough? Is this enough threat to brawl? Let's see what Bancho decides here. It's a lot of damage. Right now he's like
So many choices.
17 damage. But at the same time, yeah, with the executes, Bancho is really saving those executes, which is very smart, because the value is pretty crazy as the game moves. And then indeed, he goes with the brawl and clears the board. And Hayo needs to start from scratch again, but we see that Dr. Boom coming out, which is pretty good. Now we're probably gonna see one of those executes coming out together with the Crude Taskmaster, and what would be the follow-up? Well, he could he could use the coin and also play
Maybe.
Shield Maiden.
No.
But the Shield Maiden with the brown, it's great. Okay, so Banjo decides to save the execute still, and he goes for the 4 clear and armor sap, which is not bad. I mean, he had a lot of armor there. Okay, Hayo stopping again, looking for some options. But I think we will see Emperor Torisan coming out, perhaps.
Buying or selling.
Dark Peddler goes out first, and wow, what would you pick here? Maybe the Taunt. I don't know if you want to play the Seeker, but if you manage to get value out of that, it's a 5/5 for 1 mana, so it's not really bad. And he's almost able to play it. Almost able to play it. Okay, Bancho picking Reno. Pretty good for him. I'm not sure we're gonna see the combination with the Bronze Beard and the Shield Maiden, but we are going to see it, and then he's back to 10 armor, so it's back to 33 life effectively, and a minion that Bronze Beard is like if he had uh, Taunt. He needs to deal with it. Oh yes, I shared the brackets, guys. The link for the brackets on Twitter. What? You can't follow Messi Cast on Twitter or on Twitch. Anyways, I'm not sure I can post the link on the stream,
I have big
but
plans.
check on the Twitter account for the brackets. In the meantime, Hayo is flooding the board and making use of that Seeker, and he's going to deal with the Bronze Spear. Clear the board, so pretty good for him. Okay. Oh wow, pretty good top deck from for Banjo. Now he will be able to clear almost everything, I think, if he uses the ship together with the Taskmaster. I think the Antique Hero will survive, and probably one Imp. Let's see what's the choice here. But he definitely has a board clear possibility. Anything else just doesn't feel that right. You just sacrifice the Cruel Taskmaster, and you cannot combine it with Execute later on. But he still has the weapon to for the Execute. So maybe he will choose to clear the board, or clear as much as he can actually.
Maybe. No.
So yeah, time's running out, and Bancho going for the Cruel Taskmaster ship play. And indeed the Antique Hillbot and the Imp surviving. So Hayo still has initiative, and as long as he keeps tapping, he's always going to have very nice options to move forward. Emperor coming out, yeah, that was pretty much the best play he had there. And things are not looking that good for Banjo. Still, he has 2 executes, so and the Collect Oracle, which is probably gonna give him some options, and second brawl. Okay, now Banjo is will try to keep up with everything. We see what's his choice here. I think he needs to deal with that Imperatrice indeed. And maybe pick up some armor with the shield maiden. Yeah. Okay, Banshee is hanging in there. Hayo has lots of options right now. It's so difficult predict what he would do. He could go any way he likes. Okay, he's going for a Hellfire play, clear the board. Maybe try to get down in life enough to play the Molten Giant. Okay, we see Fergan coming out. And another Collide Olicor from Banjo. He tried to burn how many cards? He could make Hayo burn a card, I think. Yeah. Yeah, Hayo is going to burn a card, and Bancho is playing that Belcher to catch a breath. Pirate the Shredder is burned, and now Hayo with the silence. And let's see Swamp Ooze deal with that weapon. The remaining charge of the Gorehal, or maybe not. Let's see. Yeah, that removes the option of using himself to deal damage and use the second execute, but still Bancho has some board. And still resting on that brawl. So yeah. No, pretty tough for Bancho. He could play Deathbite in order to try to keep the Belcher as healthy as possible, but he goes for the trade. Trade on the brawl. Okay. This is the second brawl that Bancho plays, so that means this is it. And of course Stalag was dead before. I actually missed that. And that 11-11 is dealt with the Beacon Hunter, so it was pretty good for Banjo, but still the options Hayo has are so much better than Banjo's right now. He still has a Molten Giant, he still has Reno Jackson, we see McGann is out there,
So many
so
possibilities.
it's going to be pretty tough without the brawls. And the execute is only one execute left, so he will be able to deal only with one thing. And let's see if he can keep up with the threats that Hayo puts out there. So are we going to see execute here, or will he go face? Pretty tough choice. I think it would depend on how safe Bancho feels right now. I wouldn't feel safe with a Molten Giant staring at me though. It's pretty tough. Okay, Bender comes out for a bit of healing and the armor. So is this safe enough for Bancho? Okay, so he chose to trade that big game hunter into the Molten Giant, put him on 4 health, which is good, allows him to make good combinations, going face with the Deathbite and trade with the Vendor, or just hit directly the Molten Giant. Okay, Maganis comes out, and that will give Banjo the option to actually trade to hit the Molten Giant and use the execute on the Maganis. And then he has healing in his hand. He could still remain in the game for a few turns. Yep, this is the play we see. And the healing with the heal bot. So okay, Bancho seems to be grasping this game. And there are no more cards for Hayo, so this is all he has. Chiraxus, Big Hunter, Bronze Spear.
I wonder.
I'm gonna see Chiraxus.
Lord of the Burning Legion!
Okay. The Eredar Lord of the Burning Legion comes out, destroys an antique healbot. How dare you, Chiraxus? Bancho's still playing his game, this fatigue game. And now Chiraxus is dropping really low. And will start to take fatigue damage. So, still some healing left for Hayo. And the Siphon Soul, the Earthworm Farts here. Now, his game plan should be to start popping out 6-6 until Bancho can't deal with them anymore, but can he stay alive long enough to do that? Pretty exciting to see who's gonna be the player that remains. Alright, so we have a 6-6 coming out, Earth and Frontier, and yeah, and that's it. Okay, so Bancho now needs to keep dealing with those 6-6. We have enough answers. He already used 2 executes, 2 bros.
Maybe.
I'm not sure if he will be playing Bouncing Blades. He was playing Bouncing Blades on the previous tournament. But yeah, maybe we're gonna see some Shield Slam action together with the armor up and the Baron Galen coming out. Yeah. Chiraxus is a bit in trouble, but Hayo has the Big Hunter still to deal with his Baron Galen.
I've got the beast in my sight.
The only
Be rich.
big enemy he has right now is the fatigue damage. So maybe Bancho will be able to stay alive quite long, and if he drops his health, and he still has the Reno Jackson to go back into full health, so he probably will win the fatigue game. Let's see, not that many options, but I think the only thing Banjo needs to do is to stay alive and make use of that Reno Jackson. Later on, let the fatigue damage kill Charaxus. But can he stay alive? That's the question. And those 6-6 are coming strong. Only 3 cards left on Banjo's deck, and he will be forced to use Reno the next turn. There are no executes, no brawls. That shields them. It's not gonna do much.
We're gonna be rich.
He's not going to be able to keep armor either. So will he choose to clear the big game hunter with this? He's probably thinking about it. He goes for the Krutas Master. It's pretty tough. Well,
I gotta move.
right now there's 20 damage on board. Okay, Hayo still with some healing left,
Oh, brother. Have you heard from Yuridan lately?
and he's going to heal
Get your funnel
8.
cakes here.
He's only going to take 5 damage next turn. Of course, he goes for the board clear. I think Banjo's not going to be able to stay alive.
Almost out of cards.
I think this is it for Banjo, sadly. But these were such close games, all of them. Where the first game was swinging back and forth, and it's pretty tough. It's pretty tough to see this. Banjo doesn't want to give up, but I don't see how he can stay alive. He can't even make use of the whirlwind effect of his
Feast of Wintervale.
death bite.
Work.
So yeah, going down like a true warrior, Banjo, but Hayo takes the match and wins the first match of this Fireside. Well, for them, of course.